A few weeks ago, I noticed something. I was at a pizza joint, Little Caesars to be exact. I ordered a hot and ready pizza, but the pizza wasn't hot and wasn't ready. Considering that, I decided to wait in the pizza place until my pizza was done. I waited for around 10 to 12 minutes. As I was waiting, I observed that everyone in the pizza place, as they came and went like a rotating door, regardless of race, regardless of sex, regardless of age, there were geriatrics, there were 16-year-old kids who just started driving, there were soccer moms, there were factory workers, very diverse group of people, just in that little pizza joint coming and going. But regardless of that, everybody there conducted themselves benevolently. What I mean by that is, as people were leaving, just without asking, everybody would hold the door. What I mean by this is, somebody would have a pizza in their hand, they would be leaving the pizza place, and whoever was closest to the door would get up and hold the door. And the person holding the pizza would nod and say thank you. Where am I going with this? That in real life, regardless if you're at a department store, a pizza joint, a restaurant, a factory, a sporting event, wherever it may be, people conduct themselves benevolently by default. People are nice. They mind their own business, but typically if you need to ask somebody to borrow their phone, you ask someone if they know the weather, you ask someone a simple question, they're going to politely answer that question. They're not going to go out of their way to insult you. What's crazy though is, on the internet, people say a bunch of shit they wouldn't say in real life. If you comment on a post your opinion, a lot of people will respond back calling you a racist, a sexist, a communist, a snowflake, whatever it is. In real life, most people wouldn't do that. Most people, if you tell them your opinion, they will respectfully disagree with you, or they will say nothing in real life. Same thing with posts. People post stuff all the time. And some of the responses I get are not things people would say in real life. The saying used to be, don't say anything that you wouldn't say in front of your mama and your grandmother. Now it should be, don't say anything in real life that you wouldn't say on the internet. Say what you will about Trump, but that dude will say the same shit on Twitter that he'll say right to the reporter's face. He says the same shit in meetings. Remember the G4 summit, G5, whatever the hell it's called? He literally acted the same way. Now, whether you like that or not, that's your own personal opinion. But the point is, he's not a different person. With him, you see what you get. I'm the same way. I conduct myself the same way that I do in person. I don't go out of my way to insult people. I don't go out of my way to call people names. In fact, I like having respectful debates. If I post something, someone disagrees, we'll have a gentlemanly debate. We'll be polite. We'll admit when each other makes good points, and we'll like each other's points. And then we'll say, you have a good one. Be polite about it. But if somebody goes out of their way to insult me, I'm going to insult them right back. And that's the way I conduct myself in real life. In real life, I have the balls, if somebody disrespects me, to go out of my way after them. But I don't go looking to start conflict. It's just, if conflict arises, I'm not afraid to end it. It's crazy how different people are behind a screen. That's because they don't look at you as a real human being. Especially if they don't know you. Especially if they've never met you face to face. Or they haven't seen you in a long time. They just look at it in terms of a person behind a screen. But that's what I'm going to tell my kids if I ever have any. That's what I always tell people. They say, what's one word of advice you will give somebody? I tell them, don't say anything on the internet that you wouldn't say to someone's face.